is called. The West Virginia Center for Civic Life. Christy Lassen and Allie Jessing from the Howard County Library System. The Colorado State University Center for Public Deliberation. InterfaithWorks El Hindi Center for Dialogue. Janet Harris of the Winthrop Rockefeller Institute, and Craig Freshley and Makeshift Coffee House. And I will note that Craig received 6 nominations and is a 2-time nominee. So a round of applause for all of our local finalists.
Caroline had said that, that the voting was incredibly close. And this is an example of it. And I got to flip to my pages here. We actually had a tie in this category. And by the way, in a lot of cases, we were like 1 or 2 points away. It was extraordinary. So we have 2 winners. And luckily, they do not have to share a trophy. We have 2 trophies. The first one is the El Hindi Center for Dialogue at InterfaithWorks in Central New York. And they are, again, an incredible organization. They use discussion circles. They have convened over 400 dialogues on every tough issue you can imagine. They've done an enormous amount of work on issues of race. They've done an incredible amount of work regarding religious issues and building bridges there. They also did some important work bridging community and the Syracuse Police Department. So again, the willingness to take on the kind of issues that at times we just say, is this more than we can handle? And this is an organization that has the skills and the track record to show that yes, we can. So it's greatly, it's an honor to be able to bring them up here and to acknowledge the great work they're doing. And I mentioned another issue. This is something every city and area should have something like this. So again, if you're looking for a toolkit and an approach, and they actually leverage a lot of the things that some of our other winners and tools and capabilities. So it's part of this whole network that's using amazing tools to do amazing things. So we'd like to call up both Peter and Beth and present our first award. Peter, Beth, you will have to share 1 award per group, but you know. Oh, should we? Okay.
Well, thank you so much to NCoC, Sterling, and all of the board and staff members. This buoys us up in very challenging times. And we also want to thank Everyday Democracy, who we think nominated us and for whom we serve as the New York anchor partner to do dialogue work. And I specifically want to thank Pete Willner, who directs our agency Center for Dialogue and does such a tremendous job with that. As you've heard, we're a 42-year-old local organization that grew out of the civil rights movement with faith leaders and civic leaders who wanted to continue the conversation. We knew that a piece of legislation does not a democracy make, and so we have been working to find common ground on which we can stand together to end racism, to end religious intolerance, and to build bridges of understanding on critical community issues. We're not a religious organization, but we did come out of that tradition, and we address a lot of anti-Muslim sentiment in a post-9/11 era. We've helped a Catholic church get converted into a mosque. Boy, was that a tough one. Our community went crazy, and our faith leaders and civic leaders stepped in and brought heat down and light up. And the mosque has been built, and it actually has a small chapel in it, so it's a great compromise kind of a spot. We also address racism and genocide in our modern day experience of the hyper-segregation and the post-Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin era. We're working with the police community dialogues because we believe that the police and the community have the same desire for safety and security in our community, but they go about it very differently. So we're working on a lot of issues with our youth We just started Tuesday night a dialogue about Christopher Columbus. And should we keep the statue and should we keep the day? We have 22,000 Italian Americans in our community. And it's a very challenging issue for people. People have a lot of stake in that. But we are also on Onondaga land. So there's a lot of work to do there. And we are addressing a lot of anti-immigration sentiments as well. One of the other things our agency does is settle refugees. What a tough time, what a tough time. So an award like this tells us to keep it going, and we have advice for you. Affirm dignity wherever you go. Be nimble, because it's going to change all the time what the needs are. Build your muscles, and don't give up, because we believe that everything that's wrong with America can be repaired by everything that's right with America. So thank you again for this award, and to the people of Central New York who participate with us in this. Thank you so much.